Alright.
Alright, so it's recording it, and I'll record you on this as well.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so I'll start with, how did Dry July start?
Dry July actually started as a challenge amongst mates. It was really a joke to start off with. Bunch of guys drinking far too much for about 6 months, and decided that July was going to be a time that we'd give up alcohol, and it just happened to get coined Dry July. And really from that, just working on the play of words, and I work in graphic design and web design, and Phil's the other guy involved, he's a web developer, and put our heads together and thought, well, we can create a website, the domain names were available, and let's give it a go. We actually ended up raising money for cancer, because it's a cause close to our hearts. The 3 guys that founded it have actually all been affected closely with cancer. So that's really where the kind of passion and inspiration to make it happen came from.
Cool. Okay. Who are the main people that you sort of target to participate?
We actually target kind of Australians from all walks of life, but predominantly our market is between 20 and 45 years of age. Just a casual social drinker really that could really benefit from a month off. We feel that everybody could benefit from a month off, but it's just finding that reason to go dry.
Yeah, cool. Okay. So do you get sort of a lot of people in their young 20s? So from like 18 to maybe 25?
Yeah, it's actually 18 to 25 is actually about 15% of our market, but it's actually grown over each campaign, so we're hoping to increase that level this year again. We've got a few more ambassadors on board this year which are youth orientated. Got some Channel V presenters coming on board, and the likes of the Triple J radio DJs, the Doctor and Zan Rowe. Just really help us, kind of delve into those markets and hopefully inspire a lot more youth and young 20s to get involved.
Cool. Okay, and so is Dry July sort of about raising a consciousness about alcohol consumption and excessive alcohol consumption?
We actually find that it's mainly focused on the challenge. We want people to become self-aware of their own alcohol consumption and just make their own opinions and decisions. We're not about driving any particular message. We want people to have fun and go dry and just see it as a challenge and enjoy it.
Cool. Okay. Who are your ambassadors and how do they help you out?
Our key ambassadors are Adam Spencer. He's with 702 AM ABC. We've got the Doctor and Zan Rowe with Triple J. And we've got Amanda Keller and Jonesy, amongst many people, but they're, I guess, our kind of main ambassadors. And really just because we don't have an ad spend budget, and they just really help us get the message out there, the name out there, the information about signing up and donating, what the cause is all about. And just without those guys, Dry July probably wouldn't exist.
Cool. Okay. And over the 4 years that you've done it, has involvement increasing a lot?
It has actually. It's growing exponentially. We've been blown away. It really was an idea amongst a few mates to raise $3 grand just to get a new TV in the hospital waiting room at Prince Wales and Randwick, and our kind of 10 mates initiative of getting those guys on board turned into 1,000 people in the first year and raised $250,000. And the second year we were fortunate enough to be able to take it nationally, and that got 4,000 people involved, raising $1.2 million. And last year we again grew our number of beneficiaries and raised $2.5 million. So sky's the limit really this year. We're really excited and can't wait to launch.
Yeah, definitely. So who sort of benefits from Dry July?
There's the personal benefits of people participating.
Yeah.
The kind of obvious physical and mental benefits of giving up alcohol for a month. But mainly the benefits are going to the hospital and the cancer units and wards, and the patients that have to kind of go through a cancer journey in those wards. The changes that we're able to make range from buying a wig for somebody to an endoscopic ultrasound machine that's worth close to $400,000. So there's numerous kind of benefits we're able to bring, and that reaches the cancer patients, the nurses, the cancer patients' families, the patient stay, right through to the doctors, surgeons.
Cool. Okay. Oh, sorry. Alright, how do you sort of see it expanding over the course of time?
We're really humbled as to how far we've come in such a short space of time, and we, fingers crossed that we can continue our level of growth. A big aspiration for us is to just get more and more hospitals on board, just to and encourage more and more participants to get involved and go dry, feel the benefits, and then see the tangible changes that we're making to thousands of cancer patients across Australia.
Cool. Is there any sort of events that run over the course
we
of
have a launch party.
Yeah.
So the launch party, I might add.
Yeah.
And the hospitals run some mid-month barbecues in promotion just to raise a few more dollars.
Yeah.
One big thing that we're introducing this year is an events calendar. And we don't want people being dry and just staying indoors and moaning and not being very happy because they're not out socialising with their friends. So we're actually creating this whole events calendar of things to do, sporting events, movies, theatre, and just a vast array. Just keep people entertained and outdoors and enjoying themselves.
Cool. That sounds fun. Alright. Next is, how do sponsors sort of know that the person is staying dry?
This was one of the big questions that we had when we were kind of bouncing the idea off some friends. They were like, oh, how can you possibly prove that? You have to get a breathalyzer and things like that. And I mean, really, it's just done on a trust and honour system. And actually, I mean, really, we found that people go through an emotional roller coaster when they're going through dry July, and you'll know basically if a friend is staying dry because they start off, they're really anxious or nervous about the challenge, and then once they get towards the mid-month and they haven't touched a drop, they're so confident, and then towards the end they're just absolutely gasping for a drink on the way out of it, but there's such a sense of achievement that they just kind of won't break the drought.
Yeah.
So.
Cool. Okay. So do you think abstaining from alcohol is sort of become increasingly difficult for Australians because of the sort of beer and barbecue culture that we have?
I think we do, and I think that's given us a lot of credibility. I don't think we'd exist really if there wasn't that pressure on people to drink, amongst friends or a social environment. But what we found actually is that Dry July gives people that kind of credible excuse not to drink. And it's now becoming accepted, which, and recognised, and people are becoming aware of the name and the cause, and, they accept their friend not going dry, and they won't be twisting their rubber arm trying to get them to drink.
Yeah, good point. Okay. What kind of benefits would a participant get from refraining from drinking for a month, so sort of health-wise and or otherwise, really?
There's many and varied, really. Lose a bit of weight, providing you don't eat cake as a substitute, or saving money. Find that people have a lot more money to burn, which is good for for students, and you're not drinking or spending all your money on alcohol. You can maybe treat yourself to a nice meal each week, and there's the health aspects, the saving money, losing weight mainly, and sleeping better as well. We find people have increased energy levels, sleeping better, getting good solid night's sleep.
Yeah, I can imagine. So how does Dry July differ from, say, Feb Fast or October?
Yeah, there's quite a few significant differences, mainly the cause. We raise money for adult cancer patients. We're free to sign up and participate in. I believe those guys actually charge a fee to take part in. We have a couple other features. So we have designated driver, where you can we find a lot of people are chauffeuring their friends around on weeknights or weekends because they're dry. And we kind of see that as a fundraising opportunity, so we've created a designated driver to raise some additional dollars.
How does that work? Do people just...
Yeah, people can create an event, a designated driver event, saying I'm dry this weekend and I'm happy to drive you guys around, make sure you get home safely. And I've got 4 seats in my car available for sale. Front seat's going to cost a little bit more than a middle back seat, but and put it out there and nominate a fee that they want to charge for a front seat or a back seat. And
okay, cool.
It just makes it a bit of fun. And
that's a good way to get people to sort of cough up the money.
That's it, that's another little angle, that we saw, and that's what we like about Dry July. It's so it's so kind of reactive and spontaneous, and we can just build things onto it. And another feature is the head-to-head, where you can set up a penalty forfeit, challenge your friend so you can raise the most money, or see you can go dry for the longest, and then set up a forfeit, be it, I don't know, run around a pub naked, or a case of beer, so.
Cool, okay. Just another question that probably isn't on the list, but I did want to ask is, so it just ended up that it was July that you all went dry. You don't do it July because it's sort of winter and it's easier and
well, I think that kind of came into it. I think that's like a large part as to why we have grown at the rate that we've grown. We started with Dry July literally because it was a name that was available and it worked for us at the time. And it's since kind of forward we couldn't actually work out another month name that rhymed as well as Dry July. And it is winter. People have, had a big summer, enjoyed themselves, and the summers here are long, and they're there to be enjoyed. There's so many festivals going on, and kind of once all that's done, you kind of go, I just need a bit of a break.
Yeah. Cool.
It seems when kind of June rolls around, you're looking for that little bit of a break or excuse, and very lucky and humbled at the fact that we stumbled upon Dry July and made it happen.
Yeah. Okay. That's probably it.
Is that alright?
Yeah, that's cool. Unless there's anything else you wanted to add.
No, I think that's alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Okay. No, sorry, I can't.